This video explains how Iran's supreme leader was tracked down by the United States CIA. Let's watch.
How did the CIA and Mossad manage to track down the Iranian supreme leader's secret compound? It all started around 8 in the morning. CIA tracked some high-level Iranian leaders at this building right in the heart of Tehran. U.S. intelligence shared a critical tip with their Israeli counterparts. For months, they had been quietly hacking into Iranian communication channels using Space Force low-orbit satellites. But pulling off a strike isn't that simple. In the first wave, they had to neutralize a larger number of Iran's anti-air defense systems. This critical step cleared the airspace for a massive strike force of around 200 Israeli jets. But this area is highly fortified, so how do you destroy a deeply buried target like this? Well, they use bunker busters. Their delayed fuses punch through deep concrete before detonating. This is part 1. How exactly did Israel and the United States manage to assassinate one of the most heavily protected men on the planet? The answer? An unprecedented joint operation. For months, the CIA and elite Israeli units waged a shadowy intelligence war. Using a web of surveillance satellites, intercepted comms, and human spies, they mapped Ayatollah Khamenei's every move in absolute secrecy. Utilizing a sophisticated web of low Earth orbit surveillance satellites, intercepted encrypted communications, and highly placed human assets deep within the regime, they painstakingly mapped Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's every movement, security protocol, and daily pattern. The vulnerability, the Pasteur Street Summit. The critical breakthrough came when American intelligence identified a fleeting yet massive vulnerability, the highly classified Morning Summit. Top-tier Iranian military commanders, security advisors, and political officials were converging on the heavily guarded Pasteur Street compound in the heart of central Tehran. Shielded by layers of urban infrastructure, elite guard details, and what they believed was an impenetrable umbrella of state-of-the-art air defenses. Like the homegrown Baver missiles as well, the S-400 radar system located all over the city. The leadership gathered in a false sense of absolute security. Here comes part 2.
Recently, I heard that Iran's deputy foreign minister has announced that Iran is ready to abandon their nuclear program, provided that the United States will propose a satisfactory alternative.
How many aircrafts were involved in taking out a single target? The focal point of the operation was Beit Rabari, Khamenei's highly secure official residence and centralized office compound located in the heart of downtown Tehran. While they used around 200 aircrafts, the localized strike on Beit Rabari was the anchor of a massive, flawlessly synchronized aerial campaign. Flew all the way from Israel with flying oil tankers, the largest military flyover in its history. The Israeli Air Force deployed an armada of approximately 200 fighter jets equipped with GPS bunker buster bombs. As stated, he was actually occupying a shallower subterranean facility, the free-falling guided bomb, which the IDF deployed as the munitions. It easily pierced the earth and reinforced concrete, triggering a catastrophic collapse of the entire underground structure. According to leaked Israeli intelligence reports, exactly 30 heavy munitions were dropped directly onto the Supreme Leader's compound to guarantee total structural failure. Obliterating such targets relies on specialized bunker buster munitions equipped with delayed action fuses, allowing them to physically penetrate deep into the ground and concrete before detonating. As a dedicated specialized squadron delivered the 30 bunker busters directly to Khamenei's compound, the rest of the armada operated simultaneously across Iranian airspace. They dropped hundreds of munitions to cripple over 500 targets, instantly blinding critical air defenses and neutralizing ballistic missile silos. Here comes part 3, and this is Iran's mistake. How the Iranian made a very big mistake to protect its leader. Because he was occupying a shallower subterranean facility, the deployed munitions easily pierced the earth and reinforced concrete, triggering a catastrophic collapse of the entire underground structure. Intelligence sources later revealed a critical tactical flaw in his positioning. He was not sheltering in one of the compound's 2 deepest maximum security bunkers facilities that would have required the heaviest, highly specialized U.S. ordnance to crack. If he had switched places, he would have been at least safe. And here is part 4, how many were exactly killed. While the complete list of eliminated targets is still undergoing global intelligence assessment, the strike successfully decapitated Iran's operational leadership in a single devastating blow. Killed alongside Khamenei were top-tier military figures, most notably Major General Mohammad Pakpour, the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, and top national security advisor Ali Shamkhani. Tragically, the blast also claimed the lives of several of Khamenei's family members who were present. But the first wave with 200 jets and U.S. Tomahawk cruise missiles did not just hit his compound. The U.S. cruise missiles was the one to take out anti-air defense system, while the 200 IDF jets took out the Iranian leadership. All in all, U.S. and Israeli forces struck approximately 2,900 targets across Iran, according to U.S. Central Command, in just one day. Reports suggest the CIA allegedly penetrated Iranian communications by bombarding them with spam calls, jump calls, and online breaches. This data doesn't just result in spam and scam attempts. It can also affect your insurance rates and ultimately will lead into a loan denial just when you might need credit. Incogni helps protect your privacy by regularly scanning and preventing data brokers from re-uploading your information. You'll also get a clear, real-time dashboard to track the status of your data. As an add-on with Incogni Unlimited plans, you can gain access to this custom removal tool. That's where Incogni comes in. Copy the link of any site exposing your information. Go to the custom removals tool, paste the link, and click submit. That's it. Then wait about 30 to 45 days, and just like that, your data is removed. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code AITELLY with the link below incogni.com/AITELLY and get 60% off on an annual plan. But what weapon was used to penetrate layers of concrete? Well, they have this bunker buster bomb. It has a laser sensor at the front, and just behind that are adjustable fins. In the midsection, there is a warhead that weighs approximately 650 pounds containing tritonal explosive. This is a mixture of 80% TNT and 20% aluminum powder. Finally, we have the retractable fins at the rear. To give you a better sense of its size, comparing it to a person can be helpful. The casing has a length of approximately 19 feet long, which translates to around 5 meters. This section is made of an artillery barrel, which is very strong, and has a diameter of 14.5 inches, which translates to around 37 centimeters, making it relatively narrow. They intentionally made the smaller cross-sectional area. This means the bomb displaces less material, whether earth or concrete, as it penetrates layers of reinforced bunkers or building, thus allowing it to travel further to almost 100 meters. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary 6-story residential building, complete with a solar paneled roof. However, there's more to this structure than meets the eye. What makes this building particularly noteworthy is its underground basement, which is rumored to contain a network of tunnels. These tunnels are believed to serve as emergency escape routes, adding to the site's strategic importance. We've put together a few different scenarios to help you better understand the IDF's assassination tactics. The CIA and IDF would employ spies and agents to gain information on a high-value target. With a clear line of sight, the operative waits for confirmation that the high-value target has arrived at the meeting point. This target reportedly arrived at underground headquarters in the southern suburbs for a meeting with several top leaders. The tip-off was allegedly received by Israeli officials on the afternoon of Saturday, September 27th. A fighter jet was expected to target and illuminate the building using its laser targeting pod, focusing on one of the specific buildings. Subsequently, a dozen of F-15 jets dropped not one but 80 bombs of various types. The tip of the spear would have been the bunker buster bomb that can penetrate through this 6-story building, leveling all 6 structures to the ground and in the process eliminating Hassan Nasrallah in the action. Let's consider scenario 2. If an Iranian spy had not assisted the IDF, a Mossad agent or soldier might have been nearby, confirming Nasrallah's location or possibly illuminating the target with a ground-based laser. In this case, GPS coordinates would have been transmitted to the IDF. Once ready, the F-15 jets would have dropped around 80 bombs of different types, leveling the entire 6-building complex. The reason for dropping so many bombs was to ensure the elimination of a high-value target like Hassan Nasrallah. Unfortunately, the collateral damage resulted in a significant number of innocent civilian casualties, a tragic cost associated with this operation. And finally, we have scenario 3, which is the most likely. Hacking Hezbollah's communication system for the last 5 years to intercept encrypted messages without deploying any agents into Lebanon or Beirut. Upon learning that the Hezbollah leader had arrived at the building, an F-15 fighter jets flew and dropped barrage of bombs, eliminating the entire leadership inside the underground bunker. Out of the 80 bombs used, the IDF also deployed the Mark 82 weapon, the Bunker Buster, and the GBU-39, which were part of a purchase valued at around $3 billion from the US. Let's take a look at how this works. Step 1. First, a laser is used to illuminate the target, or GPS guidance is already assigned to it. Step 2. An F-15 jet flies near the illuminated target and the bomb is released. Step 3. Once the bomb is dropped, the guidance system at the front connects with the tail and fins. This enables the bomb to make precise adjustments, guiding it accurately to its target. Step 4. As mentioned, this is a bunker buster bomb designed to penetrate around 6 meters of reinforced concrete bunkers and can travel up to 100 feet of soft ground or buildings. Step 5. In the past, the GBU-28 has been equipped with a delay fuse like this one, allowing it to detonate after penetrating its target, rather than exploding on impact. The bomb contains 700 pounds of TNT, which generates a blast radius of several hundred meters, quite significant for a bomb of this size. As an engineering channel, we will also look into how these Mark 80 and 82 series of weapon can be turned into a guided bomb. When released, it falls just like a normal dumb weapon. As stated, the bomb can be fitted with a nose fuse, a tail fuse, or both simultaneously. Upon hitting the ground, the frontal fuse activates, burning the fuse conduit from the front to the back, thus creating a huge explosion. The alternative option is using the tail fuse FMU-139. This is usually used for delayed action and is set by the pilot. When it hits the target, the weight of the bomb will penetrate the concrete surface of a building, the fuse activates, and the conduit rod, which creates the 500-pound explosion after a few seconds as programmed. This can create a lot of damage considering its small $4,000 price tag. We also made a deep dive into the sea, air, and land components of the nuclear triad.